Shadows of Everywhere. Story 1. The House That Remembered. When thou maketh a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 4. Prologue. The Watcher's Note. In the city of Everywhere, even walls whisper. The living say time forgets, but the stones remember what was promised upon them. I walked once through a street where every house had a face, some smiling, some shuttered, and one that prayed without a mouth. This is the story of that house. Scene 1, the move-in. The Morgans arrived on a gray afternoon, all laughter and boxes. Nina, the mother, was first to notice the faint hum, like a choir just behind the drywall. Old pipes, her husband Travis said. Houses talk when they're this old. But that night, when their daughter Lily woke crying, the voice in the vent was not the house creaking. It was reciting scripture. For without shedding of blood is no remission. The air chilled around the crib. Nina clutched her child, whispering her own verse through trembling lips. The house answered. Scene 2, the whispers grow. By the third night, the verses changed. Sometimes, they came as broken fragments, spoken in a deep, weary tone. If my people will humble themselves, the altar. It is cracked. Travis tried recording it, but playback revealed nothing but static, until he prayed. Then the tape spoke clearly. I broke my vow. He threw the recorder across the room. Scene 3, the hidden wall. The family's neighbor, an old woman named Miss Corin, brought them cookies one morning and warned. You moved into Pastor Halloway's house. He preached until the day his heart stopped right at the pulpit. They say he never finished his last sermon. Said he was holding back something the Lord told him to say. That night, Travis couldn't sleep. He followed the hum into the basement and found a loose section of the wall. Behind it, a leather Bible, sealed in wax. When he touched it, the whispers stopped. Scene 4, the Word speaks. The family gathered at the kitchen table. Nina read aloud from the Bible's first marked page, a half-written sermon titled, The Blood Remembered. A vow was made before men, but kept before God. I said I would build him an altar of truth, not of wood, yet I built walls instead. As she read, the lights flickered. The air filled with the scent of rain and dust. From the hallway came a low, grateful sigh, not of torment, but release. A wind swept through the house, extinguishing every candle except one. Scene 5, the altar restored. The next morning, they opened all the windows and prayed. No more voices. No more hums. Only peace. They took Pastor Halloway's unfinished sermon to church that Sunday. The pastor, after reading it, finished the last line aloud before the congregation. Every vow forgotten by man is remembered by God. And somewhere between heaven and earth, a promise was paid in full. Epilogue. The Watcher speaks. The house on Vesper Street stands silent now. But if you listen closely in the hush before dawn, you might hear a whisper of gratitude in the wind, not a ghost, but a word fulfilled. The city calls such things hauntings. I call them reminders. For even the stones of everywhere remember the sound of a broken vow, and the mercy that sealed it again. He remembereth his covenant forever. Psalm chapter 105 verse 8.